Hi, I am Theo. I am the data director for Saint-Gobain UK and Ireland. In terms of grow and impact as the strategy for Saint-Gobain, if you recall, we have 6 strategic pillars, and one of them explicitly calls data out, just focusing on customer-centric innovation and then the power of data. So that's our remit. Now, what do we do in the UK and Ireland to actually support that pillar? So what we are trying to create is almost like an infrastructure for the business that they can tap into to generate better insights. Because if you are working in a plant today or you are working in operations, you really shouldn't be wasting your time just extracting data and then manipulating it yourself, wasting a bunch of time rather than actually focusing on the value-added activity of deciding what is it that we should do based on that information that we have seen. So that's what my team does right now to support that particular pillar.
What gets you up in the morning and makes you come into work?
What gets me up in the morning? I like that. So a strong cup of coffee, I think. I bet everyone said this, but
That's what I thought you were going to say.
But yes, definitely that's number one. Personally, I think I have always been an individual who just really liked creative problem solving. And to be honest, the field of data, the field of analytics is exactly about that. So the business has problems, we have a bunch of data that we can manipulate, etc. And it's just, I don't know, every day is really different because you have these challenges and then you're trying to find the most creative way of actually coming up with a solution to them. But yeah, I genuinely enjoy my I guess, work-life balance with working on stuff that I actually enjoy doing on an everyday basis, and then just having the personal stuff in the remainder of the week or the day. In terms of my role today and how that role came to life, I guess. So when we are thinking about the businesses of Saint-Gobain in the UK and Ireland, for the manufacturing businesses, yes, this role didn't exist 5 years ago. There was no data function. In fact, there wasn't even a digital function. There was traditional IT, but it was more across the entire country. To be honest, it's not new in the industry. So data existed as a function for, well, as long as data has been generated by systems, which is quite some time now. But I think it's quite new to the manufacturing businesses that we are now thinking strategically about the use of that data and really what we do with those insights. Should people be afraid of the power of AI? Personally, I think you should be more afraid of not familiarizing yourself with what AI can do for you. I personally, and this is just my opinion, I don't think that humans will become obsolete anytime soon. If you think about what AI is, so artificial intelligence, this is really just the mapping of human brain activity in the form of robotics, machine learning, really replicating what humans do, but at scale. So there are certain tasks that usually humans do not find very engaging, by the way, that just lend themselves for AI. But I think the question that we should be asking is, how can we leverage it better so that we get the most out of the types of tasks that can be automated, for example, or can be handed over to an AI? And then what is the value-added activity that we can do today? How do we use that AI to really augment our thinking, to make better decisions, to make our lives easier? I think this company is now on a journey to become really data-driven and become really mature in its adoption of AI, adoption of data-driven insights, etc. So in 5 years' time, I see this function as a key contributor to decision-making in the UK and Ireland for the manufacturing businesses. Personally, I don't think that in 5 years' time I will be sitting in this chair. That's for 2 reasons. First of all, I think I have very, very talented individuals in my team who would love to take this seat and will be in the position that they can actually take it. And I think that's a good thing. The second reason is I would actually like to move from the focus area of data and analytics specifically to potentially wider digital. So understanding more about software development, understanding more about DevOps, etc. And I think one of the good things about Saint-Gobain and this position in particular is you're actually given the opportunity to learn about other functions and potentially, do a switch over. So that's where I see myself in 5 years. I think what we will need to be thinking about, or what you might need to be thinking about as someone who's considering a career in data or analytics, is how do you develop this critical thinking mindset? How do you develop the ability of asking good questions? Because that's really what problem solving is about, the ability to define the problem statement and then the ability to define the question that you want to answer. That's half of the battle. So if someone is thinking about coming into this field, that would be my recommendation of developing the critical thinking abilities rather than really focusing on the hard skills. Now, if it's someone who is further along in their careers, I would say do not underestimate the power of self-branding. And this is probably not the answer that most people expect, because you probably expect an answer around, I don't know, you need to be the best possible analyst, or you need to be the best possible programmer, or I don't know, you need to do 1 million releases each week. I actually think that those individuals who create a brand around themselves and are able to market their skills, you need to have really good skills, don't get me wrong, but you also need to be able to tell people about those achievements. I think that's probably one of the things that most people miss when they are thinking about progressing into, especially non-technical, but more like managerial leadership positions.